morning sun kisses the windows, kisses the walls, kisses the windows, kisses the walls of the little white house, kisses the doorknob, kisses the roof, kisses the doorknob and pretty red roof of the little white house in Scarsdale. Friendly sun opens the eyelids, opens the eyes, opens the eyelids, opens the eyes of the husband and wife, kindles their faces, kindles their love, kindles their faces with greetings of love in the little white house in Wellesley.
Suburbia,
suburbia, our little spot, out of the hubbub, less than an hour by train. Suburbia, suburbia, sweet in the spring, healthful in winter, saves us the bother of summers in May. Morning sun kisses the driveway, kisses the lawn, kisses the flagstones on the front lawn of the little white house, kisses the paper at the front door, kisses the roses around the front door of the little white house in Ozone Park.
the little white house, the little white house.
Ratty-boo, sofa, so far, so oughta be Moby, sofa, so far, ever over de boo, Everton over, skiddly-day, skiddly-day-da, a Barbanel who bought a Barbanel buys a visa. Ratty-boo, sofa, so far, so oughta be Moby, sofa, so far, ever over de boo, Everton over, skiddly-day, skiddly-day-da, a Barbanel who bought a Barbanel buys a visa. Suburbia, parks for the kids, neighborly butchers, less than an hour by train. Morning sun says a good morning. Have a good day, have a good morning, have a good day in the city today. Joy to your labors till you return, joy to your labors until you return to the little white house, to the little white house in Highland Park.
The little white house, the little white house,
Shaker Heights,
the little white house, the little white
in
house,
Michigan Falls,
the little white house, the little white
and
house,
Beverly
the little white house, the little white house.
Skiddly-day, skiddly-day, Ratty-boo.
How could you say the thing that you did
Why is it this time?
in front of the kid?
You were the first to go up in smoke.
Oh, is it my fault?
I just made a joke.
Pass me the toast.
You might have said please.
Please understand, I don't mean to fight.
Why do you start then?
It's simply not right.
Righteous old Sam, so quick to accuse.
Here we are fighting.
The language you use.
This coffee is burned.
Make it yourself. Every morning it's the same old thing. Lovely way to start the
There
day.
are things that have to be discussed.
There certainly are. Everyone knows that you and Miss Brown,
You mean my
the
secretary?
talk of the town,
Me and Miss Brown, that homely old bird.
still young enough to
It's
marry.
simply absurd.
Still young enough.
The subject is closed.
Oh, I'm sick of this life, day after day, of the same humiliation, day after day, with no consideration of what it means to be a woman. A woman needs so little. A little feeling of warmth, a little sun says a good morning, have a good day, have a good morning, have a good day in the
Darling,
city.
you know, it's Junior's big day.
Is it his birthday?
Oh no, it's the play.
Oh, I forgot that awful school show.
Junior's the hero.
What time do we go?
At 4 on the dot.
Fine, I'll be there. Sorry, I can't. I'm due at the gym.
Sam, we promised.
Oh, what's it to him?
Everything, Sam. You really must
Dinah,
try.
I'm sorry.
He's wearing your tie.
I'm due at the gym.
To hell with the gym.
Don't you see, today's a special day, a handball tournament and
No,
all.
I don't see why it's so important.
Important to me. If I win today, I win the gold cup.
Isn't that dandy?
The tournament cup.
You and your cup, your ego is wild.
Well, it's important.
But think of your child.
Oh, Junior's all right.
Handball indeed.
You lead your life and leave me to
Oh,
mine.
but you're selfish.
We'll get on
You
fine.
have a child, and he should come
Can't you
first.
stop nagging?
I'm ready to burst.
Oh, this can't be the way. Why can't we once have a friendly conversation? Must we descend to this vulgar demonstration? Once and for all, let's stop this brawling. Tonight we'll talk it over. Relaxed and candid and free, as grown-up people should be.
Oh, by the way, my money's run
Oh,
low.
not again now.
My doctor, you know.
Doctor, my foot, an out-and-out fake.
He's a great analyst.
Money they make.
You ought to go to.
I'm late for my train. Yes. Oh, Mr. Partridge. I'm perfectly fine, thank you. She's well. Yes, exactly what I want to speak to you about. With things as they are, I cannot see how you could ask me again. Now, Mr. Partridge. Yes, I know all that. You've already said that. Ah, but that's just why I have to refuse you. No. No. Yes, I was sure you would finally see it my way. No trouble at all. Goodbye.
Oh, Sam, you're a genius, you marvelous man. Oh, Sam, you're a genius, you marvel of a man. When it comes to the dollar, no one touches marvelous Sam.
Yes. Oh, Bill, good morning. I couldn't be better, Bill. She's well. Yes, the check is already and signed and waiting. Now don't be a child, you know it's a pleasure to do it for you. Is it sufficient? Don't be silly, man. Of course I can spare it. You'll return it whenever you want to. Sure. Bye. Hey, don't forget to show up for the handball finals. At 4 on the dot. So long.
Oh, Sam, you're an angel, you big-hearted man. Oh, Sam, you're an angel, you good-hearted man. When it comes to the giving, no one touches big-hearted Sam. I was standing in a garden gone to seed, choked with every kind of weed. There were twisted trees around me, all black against the sky, black and bare and dead and dry. My father called, "Come out of this place." I wanted to go, but there was no way, no sign, no path to show me the way. Then another voice was calling. It barely could be heard. I remember every word. There is a garden. Come with me. Come with me. A shining garden, come and see, come and see. Their love will teach us harmony and grace, harmony and grace. Then love will lead us to a quiet place. Then I ran to find the singer. I longed to see his face. He could free me from this place. Every step I took was terror. The ground beneath me burned. Stones were everywhere I turned. And worst of all, there was the noise angry shouts, furious cries, and a roar like the roar of millions of flies. Through it all his voice was calling, but now it seemed quite near. Soft and warm and strong and clear, there is a garden. Come with me.
Miss Brown,
Come
will you come in, please? Oh, won't you sit down, please? Right there. No, it's only a question that I want answered. Now tell me the truth. Have I ever made any passes at you? Answer the question. I'd forgotten that. Well, it wasn't much more than an accident, was it, Miss Brown? Simply forget that the incident ever happened. The letters can wait. That's all.
Desire too cold inside me to touch his hand, just to touch his tender hand, and I knew what he would look like, so handsome, so just my age, just 17. I saw him then, I saw his face, I ran to him, he vanished like smoke, I reached, I called, and I awoke.
I've got a date with old AJ. Same old business lunch. Too bad we can't have lunch together.
I must run, I'm late already. See you tonight.
See you tonight. The same party.
We have our little heart.
We have our charm.
We have our little charm. What makes this emptiness?
Tell me when these silences began. Have gone nearly 10, and what has happened to dull the mystery?
Years have gone,
And where is
nearly 10,
our garden
and what has happened
with a quiet
mystery?
place? Why can't we try to find the way again?
Why can't we try
To peace
find
and
the
life. Why can't we find the way to life again?
Skiddly-day, lovely day, lovely life, happily married, sweet little son, family picture, second to none. It's a wonderful life, up-to-date kitchen, washing machine, colorful bathrooms, and Life magazine, and a little white house in Brookline. Lovely life, Sheraton sofa, Chippendale chair, apple white table, bone chinaware. It's a wonderful life, real solid silver, wine in the soup, two-door sedan and convertible coupe, and a little white house in Elkins Park. Suburbia, 6 days of work, fun every Sunday, golf with their neighbors next door. Suburbia, vitamin B, chlorophyll toothpaste. Who should ask heaven for anything more? Lovely life, oodles of culture over TV, book of the month club, musical tea. It's a wonderful life, happily married, sweet little son, family picture, second to none, in the little white house, in the little white house in Bloomfield. Little white house, the little white house. Berkeley High. The little white house, the little white house. In Delaware Park. The little white house, the little white house. In Beverly Hills. The little white house, the little white house.
There's a law about men. There are men who can make it and men who cannot. There are fish who go swimming and fish who wind up in the pot. There are men who will study the books till Judgment Day and examine the techniques of winners galore. There are men who will practice the rules religiously. Every day they'll improve just a tiny bit more. And they'll put all their soul behind it, all their ego, power, drive, and will and desire behind it. And they'll throw themselves in. But they never will win. They never will win. They never, 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 never will win. There's a law about men. There are men who are flabby and men who are thin. There are fish who are fattish and fish who are trim in the fin. There are men who will sweat out their days in cabinets and be pummeled and badgered and beaten and rolled. There are men who will sweat out their nights in Turkish baths. They'll buy every reducing machine that is sold. And they'll live for a week on lemons and another week on grass and water and crackers and lemons and lay off of the gin. But they'll never be thin. They'll never be thin. They'll never, 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 never be thin. to worry about his dinner. He never will have to think about getting thinner. 'Cause he's a winner, a nature boy, a hero in a story with a wonderful sequel. Men are created unequal. There are men that whatever they touch will turn to gold, and their every decision will always be right. There are men that can handle the work of 7 men and still manage to sleep 7 hours a night. You can throw all your weight against them, all your fire, snow, and hail, and darkest disaster against them. They'll respond with a grin, for they always will win. They always will win. They always, 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 always will win.
Just incredible. Well, they're madly in love, but there's trouble ahead. There's a legend. If a princess marry white man and reign for that day, then the white man shall be sacrificed without delay. Sure enough, on the night of their wedding day, there's a storm like nothing on earth. Tidal waves and Scirocco's and hurricane. And to top it all off, the volcano erupts as the natives sing, ah, 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 ah. Away they go crazy with the drumming and the chanting and ritual dance, while the lovers sing a ballad of some sea romance. It's so lovely, I wish I could think of it. Da-da-dee-da, da-da-da-da. It was called Island Magic, I think it was. Oh, a beautiful song, I remember it now. Island Magic, where the midnight breezes caress us and the stars above seem to bless us. That's Island Magic. Island Magic. Well, in any case, the hero is tied to a tree. Did I tell you he's a flyer who got lost at sea? Anyway, all the natives are crazy now, running wild with lances and knives, and they pile up the wood for the sacrifice. And the witch doctor comes, and he sets it on fire as the natives sing, ah, U.S. Navy, a singing a song. Then it comes swarming down in parachutes, 1,000 strong. There won't be any dinner when Sam comes home.
There's a law that a man has to pay for what he gets, and that even the winner must pay through the nose. For there always arrives the moment that the payments begin, and I have to go in, I have to go in, I have to go in.
Shadows are spreading softly. Inwards leaves, bringing our loved ones together, safe by the warmth of the firelight, the odor of cooking fingers,
Isn't it time that we had a talk?
About what, dear?
A talk about us?
Certainly, Sam. I'm ready to hear.
Open and candid.
Whatever you say,
Where to begin?
that's up to you. Well, then let's talk. I'm waiting to
Oh,
hear.
it's impossible.
But you said you
How
want.
can we talk when you interrupt?
Who's interrupting?
You never shut up.
What have I said?
Oh, it's no use.
loved ones together, safe by the warmth of the firelight, the odor of cooking lingers without.
Oh, by the way, the carpenter came to finish the frame. Ought to look pretty. I thought maybe green.
Telling of intimate matters, telling of the little things that are only meant for.
What did you say?
It doesn't matter.
How was Junior's play?
I didn't go.
Look, Dinah, maybe we ought to go out somewhere tonight, huh? A movie or a...
We went last night.
But there's a different one tonight. Just opened, that new musical, something about Tahiti. How about it?
Sure. Why not? Anything. I'll get my hat.
Take your hand again.
There's time.
And look inside again.
And take your hand
and face your face.